is so bestie. Tell me it's missing. I talk to your sisters, you have been missing. Come here, I'll teach you a lesson.
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing today? It's your girl, KAS the Bestie here, and I have some information I wanted to drop for y'all today. As somebody who is spiritual and working for the light, this is how I maneuver dating in this world so that I don't just be out here getting my heart broken and be out here sad. So I wanted to give you this information. I have 10 steps that if you follow this, you'll have a pretty good time and you will not get hurt. Like, it will, like, you might go through a heartbreak, but you'll be able to deal with it easier. And I'll even give you a tip on how to deal with heartbreak. All right, so let's just get started. First, be patient. You don't want to rush the journey. Dating is not something that you get in it and then automatically you're in love and you're married. This is a journey. Anything that's great is made with time. It's made with pressure. Nothing is built easily. And people go through things, but these are things that you should be able to work through without having to worry about being in a toxic relationship. You can work through these things with communication and letting the other person know how you feel, and vice versa. Both parties have to be open and there has to be reciprocation. The second thing I would have to say would be intentional. Have good intentions. Be sure of what you're looking for and what qualities you like and what you don't like. And sometimes it takes you having to date people for you to figure out what things you like and what you don't like. So don't automatically go into a situation and think, oh, well, I found the love of my life. Make sure you give it some time so that you can actually see what it is about this person that you like, what qualities they have, and what qualities they have that you don't like. And then if that's not something that you can be good with, then you will have to move on. And that is okay. We have to get to know people in order for us to understand if we should be with them or not. We shouldn't focus solely on what they look like. We have to really understand who they are as a person. Number 3, maintain your independence. And I'm not saying you don't want the other person in your life. You don't want a person to love you and be there for you. No, but you don't have to be codependent on somebody. You don't want somebody in your life that feels like they can't live without you and vice versa. Because if they were to leave your life, you will not be okay. You will feel like a part of you is missing, and that's something that you will have to grow back. But sometimes we do have to go through that ego death in life, that ego removal, finding out that, hey, that part of us is not good, where we need to be codependent. We need to make ourselves whole. So that's another food for thought. If you want to be with somebody, you got to maintain your boundaries. And if they don't align with your boundaries, you need to make sure that you're able to let them go. Number 4, let people move how they want to move. Understand what you require to be happy. Find out what it's like to date yourself. Sometimes you need to go out and figure out what you actually require so that you can understand what's the bare minimum for you and what you expect from your partner. You can't build somebody, but you can see if they have the necessary characteristics to at least complete the actions you're looking for. You want to find somebody who is compromising. You want to know if this person has compassion, if they have listening skills, if they are able to take accountability, etc. These are things that you need to have within you in order for you to have a good relationship. You need to be able to effectively communicate. And if somebody can't communicate, you're already in the deficit right there. You want to give people the ability to just show you who they are. Because if you are trying to lead somebody to be who you want them to be, they're only going to be able to wear that mask for so long. It's going to get tiring. So you got to just let people be who they want to be. Because how will you know if you're compatible if you're forcing yourself to be compatible? Number 5, take note of any red flags. Address them immediately and then evaluate if they're negotiable or not. That's a simple way for you to navigate in a relationship. Other people's actions become a reflection of who you are. Understand that what your energy is. When you go into a situation doing what's right, you'll always be correct in your actions and your reactions. So for example, say if you get with somebody and they start just like treating you bad and you react to them by cutting them off, you're going to be right in that action. you're going to be correct to cut them off, because as you should. If you are a nice, kind, sweet person, and then when you get around this person, you feel like you have to be defensive, that is a reaction to how somebody is making you feel with their energy. You don't want somebody projecting things onto you that are not your real energy, because you can become that. You have to question yourself. Should I give this person a chance? No, this person don't care about you. It's gotta be equal. Number 6, you want to be open. You want to be ready to be vulnerable, but prepared to process data. When you step into a relationship, you want to move with your heart, but also your mind. So in order for you to have a clear thinking and be able to better trust your intuition, you want to have a good connection with your mind and your heart. I do have a guided meditation here on YouTube where you open your mind and you clear it out, and you open your heart so that you can manifest what you want. So go and check that out. You want to make sure that you're prepared for this. So if you're not, you still need to heal from something that went on previously. Make sure you're ready to heal, or that you're healing in the process, or you have the mental capacity to handle this. And that brings me to number 7. Beware of equal reciprocation. When it comes to love, these things have to be equally reciprocated. It doesn't have to be someone giving you things to someone giving you emotions, but it has to be equal. You have to be comparing apples to apples, oranges to oranges. So if you're being emotional with someone, they also have to be emotional with you. If you're giving your body to somebody, they have to also do things for your body as well. Everything has to be equal, whether it's tangible or intangible. It gotta be an equal give and take for these things. Number 8, master the art of detachment. Understand that nothing belongs to us, and no one belongs to us. We aren't in control of anything or anyone. Everyone is their own person, and they're on their own personal journeys, just as you are. Just as you have your story, they have theirs. Knowing this will help you not take things personally, because everybody has to go on their own journey through life. And we all have free will. So sometimes our journeys take longer because they're supposed to go a certain way. And they're going to go a certain way regardless if we want to get there or not. It just might take that longer. It might take your whole lifetime to get there. It might take your whole lifetime into the next lifetime for you to get there. But you're going to get there regardless. So whether you do the work now or later, it's just inevitable. Just making the time go longer. So you want to make sure that you're not paying too much attention to the fact that things are not going according to how you want them to go, because things will never go how you want them to go, because you're not in control of the universe. The universe is in control. God is in control. You're not in control. Once you accept that, you'll understand to just go with the flow. Let things happen the way they're supposed to happen. Number 9, enjoy the moment, but decipher the difference between your thoughts and your feelings, your mind versus your heart. You can hold space in your heart for someone just as you do for a cousin, for a friend throughout the years. You can be okay with the possibility with the situation ending and being in love, or just a great friendship. If they aren't worth that, then maybe just a good memory. Just enjoy what's going on in the moment, because what's meant for you now is what's meant for you now. So just enjoy it. When the time is ready for you to move on to the next, or if you do need to move on, or if this is the situation that you stay with, then that's when you'll decide. And that's why we get to number 10. Da-na-na-na-na. Know when to move forward or to move on. When it doesn't feel right, trust that your feelings, whether you have solid proof or not, is valid. Love is not confusing. If someone is confusing your mind or making you feel confused in your feelings, they are confused themselves. So you need to let them go so that they can go get clarity. And hopefully when they come back, you'll still be around. And that's not for you to have on your heart. That's for them to understand. You don't take things for granted. You're supposed to make sure that things are valued when they are valuable. When things bring value to your life, you hold on to them. And if someone doesn't realize your value, then that's okay, because the next person who you meet will, because the next person, you'll understand all of the things that last person had that wasn't meeting up to where you were supposed to be. And that's all it takes. Dating comes with leveling up and understanding what your self-worth is and what you will take as a person who wants to date. You only will be able to take in what you give out. So if you're bringing out oh yes, I have self-love, I have self-worth. If you're putting that out into the universe and you're also embodying that within yourself, when you come around other people, they will have no other choice but to respect that. And if they don't respect it, they will cower in front of it. And either way, you'll recognize it because you'll be able to see, well, this person is not taking this as well as they should be. They're not handling this with as much care as they should. So that should be your direct answer right there. It's time for me to move on. But if someone is taking care of your heart and what you are giving out to them and they're giving back to you, then you know, maybe we could move forward. We could build with this. A relationship takes two people. Inside of tarot, I actually learned about the 9 of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. And the 9 of Pentacles is like you're being rich and self-sufficient and abundant in your own right, in your own energy. That's somebody who they have it all by themselves. But being in the 10 of Pentacles is being with somebody who also has that same drive with you. You guys build together and you guys are both rich in your own right. You're both abundant in your own rights together. So be confident, be truthful with yourself, and be intentional, knowing what you want when you're dating, and you will survive dating in 2025.